Hello, my most amazing art students. Today we are going to create geometric sculptures made from paper. Geometric is a word that means circles, triangles, or shapes and lines that have perfect and uniform measurements. These are not things that we often find in nature. Now let's take a look at the work of an artist named Shigeru Ban. He is a Japanese architect known for his innovative work with paper, particularly recycled cardboard tubes. Can you believe that most of these works that we are looking at right now were created from paper? Now, Shigeru uses his innovation and his skills to provide shelter and pop-up homes for those who have need or who have been through a natural disaster. Now his work is going to be inspiration for us to create slightly smaller versions of his geometric figures and sculptures. And when I say slightly, I mean a lot smaller, but hey, if you love this technique, you can take it home and maybe create larger structures of your own. So let's get started. Your first step is going to be to learn how to create newspaper rolls using just some masking tape and maybe even a pencil to get you started. You'll take pieces of newspaper and a pencil. You will wrap the newspaper around the pencil so that you can kind of keep a uniform or similar width for your newspaper rolls each time. Now you'll wrap it pretty loosely so that the paper doesn't hold onto the pencil really tightly so the pencil can come out easily when you're finished. Let it slide out and then hold onto your paper roll. You'll bring some masking tape over and use a piece at the top of the roll and a piece at the bottom of the roll. Now this is where it would be helpful to go ahead and have about maybe 10 to 12 pieces of masking tape ready to go so that you don't have to spend your time ripping the paper when you have your paper rolled together. You'll create at least 5 to 7 paper rolls before you can get started creating your structure. This way you have a good stockpile of them ready to go. Now that I've got about 5 or so paper rolls ready to go, I'll show you how to start creating a pyramid using my paper rolls. Go ahead and get 10 pieces of tape at the ready. This way, again, you won't have to waste your time reaching over and ripping off tape when it could just be right there waiting for you. Now to tape your pieces together, you're simply going to put them near each other at the angle that you want them to go. I'm going to create a triangle first, and then place a piece of tape over the top of the edge that's created and roll down the edges of the tape. It'll still be a little bit loose, which is why you need to go in and add some more tape to the back side, and then all around this joint that you're trying to create, really lay the tape down flat on your newspaper rolls. And then you can even rip your pieces of tape in half to get thinner pieces to work into the smaller spaces of the edges that you're creating and the joints. Now you know that this edge is ready to go when you can kind of wiggle it around a little bit back and forth and it'll come back to the same place where you just taped it. Now with my first triangle created, I can add on the rest of my newspaper structures to make this thing 3D. I've got a whole bunch of pieces of tape at the ready, and I'm going to add one piece of a newspaper tube to each corner until they come to a point in the center. And now that all of my pieces are firmly and securely attached to my starting triangle, I'm going to attach them all together at the top so that this thing will form a pyramid. And there you have it, folks, a full finished three-dimensional geometric pyramid. You have the option to create any kind of geometric figure that you like. It can be one that is real and has a name, or it can be one that is totally brand new and invented. But your structure will need to be able to stand on its own, and it cannot be taller than 18 inches. So there will be